الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه ونسترضيه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا إنه من يهدي الله فهو المهتدي ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد يحيي ويميت وهو على كل شيء قدير وإليه المصير. اللهم لك الحمد كل الحمد، لك الحمد يا ربنا كما تحب وترضى، لك الحمد يا ربنا ملء السماوات وملء الأرض وملء ما بينهما وملء ما شاء ربي من شيء بعد. اللهم لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك ولعظيم سلطانك. رضينا بالله تعالى ربا وبالإسلام دينا وبمحمد صلى الله عليه وسلم نبيا ورسولا. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. فاللهم صل وسلم وزد وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. أوصي نفسي المخطئة وإياكم بتقوى الله في السر والعلن في القول والعمل، فاللهم اجعلنا من المتقين. وبعد، فإن أصدق الحديث كلام الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد بن عبد الله وإن شر الأمور محدثاتها وإن كل محدثة بدعة وإن كل بدعة ضلالة ألا وإن كل ضلالة في النار. Brothers and sisters, may Allah Azza wa Jal accept all of us in this sacred month of the Hajj, the last month of the Hijri calendar. As we are walking away from the Hajj season, we still have the blessings of this Hajj, the clouds of mercy of Allah, the most benevolent, the most gracious, the most merciful, is sending upon us this Hajj. Is the corner and the milestone of Islam. Rasulullah said in the authentic hadith, when عائشة رضي الله عنها قالت: ألا إن الجهاد في سبيل الله أعظم الأعمال ألا نجاهد؟ فقال: لا، ولكن أفضل الجهاد حج مبرور. رواه مسلم أو كما قال صلى الله عليه وسلم. So Aisha, our mother, the mother of the believer, said, asked the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, jihad is on the pinnacle of good deeds in Islam. Can't we go for jihad? He said no. But the Hajj Mabrur, purified Hajj, acceptable Hajj, ليس له جزاء إلا الجنة. الحج المبرور هو أفضل الجهاد. The best deeds of jihad is Hajj al-Mabrur, Hajj for Allah Azza wa Jal. And al-Umrah ila al-Umrah, a visit to a visit, Allah Azza wa Jalla expiate whatever in between them of bad deeds. وَلَيْسَ لِلْحَجِّ الْمَبْرُورِ جَزَاءٌ إِلَّا الْجَنَّةِ. And there is no reward for the Hajj Mabrur except for Jannah. May Allah Azza wa Jalla give us all Hajj Mabrur. مرات ومرات آمين يا رب العالمين. عن عمرو بن العاص رضي الله عنه أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم فيما رواه الإمام البخاري قال له: أما علمت أن الإسلام يجب ما قبله وأن الهجرة تجب ما كان قبلها وأن الحج يجب ما كان قبله. So people who return to Islam, Allah Azza wa Jalla will wash them out from their sins, and it is a newborn. You are a newborn, and Allah Azza wa Jalla is giving this for people that as-sabiqun al-awwalun, those who migrated from Mecca to Medina, said the hijrah, the migration to Medina, wash away all the sins for those people. He did it. Of course, لا هجرة بعد الفتح ولكن جهاد ونية. And thirdly, Allah Azza wa Jal will get those who make Hajj and stand on Arafat Allah, will give them this reward of أشهدكم يا ملائكتي أني قد غفرت لهم. Allah Azza wa Jal is kind of saying this beautiful statement that was narrated by Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. هؤلاء عبادي أتوني شعثا غبرا أشهدكم يا ملائكتي أني قد غفرت لهم. Allah is boasting subhanahu wa ta'ala and telling the malaika, the angels around him, look at my slaves coming from every walk of life, all over the earth, for one goal and one goal only, for making Hajj and make Allah happy. Bear witness, O malaikati, O my angels, that I forgive all of them. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. This is actually so unique that Rasulullah said, the very well-known hadith, man hajja wa lam yarfuth wa lam yafsuq, adam hajjihi kayawma waladatu ummu. This is a great incentive for all of us. And I know you may get tired of me saying that, but it's really important, because if you go and test the beauty, wallahi, brothers and sisters, it's a completely different story when you are there. And when you feel that now I am visiting the Bayt Allah Azza wa Jal. I'm touching it, and is it for real? It's just a complete different feeling. فَاجْعَلْ أَفْئِدَةً مِنَ النَّاسِ تَهْوِي إِلَيْهِمْ. That's verse 15, surah number 15, surah Ibrahim. Sayyidina Ibrahim supplicated to make the people's hearts just eager to go one time after one time. It's amazing that the people, when they are leaving the Hajj for Tawaf al-Wada', when they are leaving back to their countries, some of my brothers and sisters, they cannot give their back to the Kaaba. And they are walking backwards, keeping their eyes fixated on Kaaba, because they don't want to leave it till the very, very last second. This is how you feel it when you're there. Before you do that, it's so difficult to do it theoretically. In theory, it's so difficult, brothers and sisters. And again, Allah Azza wa Jal is well aware of everybody's heart. If you really didn't make Hajj, then it is about time to think about it. It is about time to think about it. And believe me, when it is pure intention, Allah Azza wa Jalla will take your hand there. You will be sent an invitation. Nothing will be a barrier. Just stop thinking about dunya. بل الإنسان على نفسه بصيرة. Everybody knows what he is about, what his heart is about. That is in Surah 75 verse number 7. Surah Al-Insan أو Surah Al-Dad. ولو ألقى معذيرا. Subhanallah, Allah knows us. Even if we start throwing excuses. ولو ألقى معذيرا. Excuse number 1, excuse number 2. I'm procrastinator. I am postponing it. And you never know, brothers and sisters. You never know, so try to take this. Sheikh Sharawi alayhi rahmatullah wa alayhi ya Rabbi wa Jami' al-Muslimin said, two people he saw in Hajj, making Hajj. It's a very touching story that happened. One of them is blind, and the other one is crippled. And they are two friends that they grew up together. And mashallah, they are such pure Muslim نحسبهم كذلك, we consider them like that. ولا نذكر على الله أحد. They are poor people. They don't have the means, and they already are exempted. Allah Azza wa Jalla in Surah number 3, Surah Al-Imran says in verse 97, وَلِلَّهِ عَلَى النَّاسِ حَجُّ الْبَيْتِ مَنْ استطاع إليه سبيلا. So if you don't have this istita'a, the ability, physically or financially, you're exempted. Islam, one of the maqasid of our sharia is to make things easy for people, not make people hate their life. Islam is making things easier for people. افعل ولا حرج. So these two people, they said, I want to go to Hajj. Some one of them start to saving money, little dollars, day after day, month after month, until he collected some money that's enough to take him there to Mecca to perform the once a life Hajj, the Rukn al-Khamis, the fifth pillar of Islam. But his brother that is blind couldn't work as much as the other crippled brother can do. Then they said, okay, let's wait until we make enough money for both of us. Everyone is so careful and so loving to his brother. لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى يحب لأخيه ما يحب لنفسه. You're not completely in a fully man until you love for your brother what you love for yourself. They waited, and Allah knew their pure intention. They're not playing game. They're not procrastinating. And gave them the ability to go. How in the whole world will be able to do the tawaf for somebody who's already exempted? One of them is crippled and the other is blind. And people saw them in Hajj, getting in ihram, making tawaf and circling the Kaaba, and making sa'i bayna Safa wal Marwa, and making tawaf al-Ifada, and going to Mina, and going to Muzdalifah, and doing every single ritual in this Hajj. How did they do that? The blind brother carried the crippled brother upon his shoulder. And they start circling the Kaaba. I cannot do it by myself when I went there. I mean, I had to be really careful. I'm physically capable and I have two eyes. But subhanallah, when you're sure about what you're doing 100% for Allah, Allah will make everything easy. When you humble yourself to Allah Azza wa Jal. The crippled guy can see by his brother's eyes. The blind guy can see by the crippled guy eyes. When the blind guy can walk with the blind guy's legs. Subhanallah. May Allah accept both of them. I don't know them. The story was narrated by Sheikh Sharawi alayhi wa alihi rahmatu rabbi. Tahqiq al-ubudiyya. One of the greatest goals for Hajj, that you can never find it any other rukn or pillar except for Hajj.
I said in the khutbah al-Eid, Allah Azza wa Jal gave us the choice in where to pray. He told you how to pray, so the action is known, the time is known, but where you're going to do it is you can do it anywhere. I did say this example, and the zakat too. You know what to do, but Allah Azza wa Jal left for you the time and the place. The only time that Allah completely restricted your choice, completely, 100%, neither the action, nor the time, nor the place, is for you. It's for Allah Azza wa Jal. وَاذْكُرُوا اللَّهَ فِي أَيَّامٍ مَعْدُودَاتٍ. That's verse 201, Surah Al-Baqarah, Surah number 2. So make commemoration for God's mention in a number of days. It's gonna be in August, it's very hot, let's do it in January. Because it's cold. No. You don't have the right to do that. Allah Azza wa Jal would like you to leave the dunya out of your heart. Even your clothing, your garments. You have to remember that the surroundings that you have reminds you that it's a trip to death. Because if you come back, you're going to be reborn like a baby. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala even limited your way to know the hikmah. What's going on for some people that trying to find the wisdom. This hajar, this stone I'm kissing. Kul hajar al-as'ad. Whereas this other hajar, I'm stoning with other hajar. I'm just kind of hating it. I love one hajar, and I kiss one hajar, and I stone the other hajar. It's still in the end of the day a hajar. It's a stone. And actually Islam came because people were worshipping hajars, stones, idols around the Kaaba, 360. Rasulullah sallallahu Yawm al-Fath al-Akbar, Fath Makkah. He get rid of all of them. So is there any contradiction here? Some people would like to make, okay, I am not really, I don't get it. What should I do when I know that there is no God but one God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I bear witness that Muhammad is his. What is the point of kissing? And Umar give us the answer. Umar, stop thinking. Believe it or not. He stopped his brain to ask. He said, أعلم أنك حجر لا تضر ولا تنفع ولولا أني رأيت رسول الله يقبلك ما قبلته. صلوا على رسول الله. I know you're a stone. Neither will you benefit me, nor you're going to harm me. But if I didn't see Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam kissing you, I would never ever have done that. And then you go for shaitan and say, okay, I'm holding stones in my hands and I'm throwing a stone with a stone. Where is the shaitan? To your surprise, one of the brothers asked that. People, Allah Azza wa Jal, I don't know, may Allah Azza wa Jal forgive him. Too much time of trying to find answers for unanswerable things. We do what Allah Azza wa Jal ordered us to do because He asked us to do. We may or may not find the wisdom. Why should we start with the washing our hands and then our mouth and then our nose and then our face? Why? Some people are so much into this kind of details, make life a lot difficult for them. Some other scholar in the Salaf, he said the water has to have no smell and no taste and no color. So when you hold the water with your hand, you see no color. And when you put it in your mouth to make madmada, no taste. And when you start sniffing the water and get rid of it out of your nose, no smell. So as we go, someone, Allah Azza wa Jal will give him some answers for the hikmah. But brothers and sisters, we don't do things because what we like and what we dislike and why this and why is that. Number one, This is what Allah ordered us to do, and what Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam ordered us to do. After that, we can find the hikmah. You say, where is the shaitan? And the shaitan comes to some people throwing unexperienced. I encountered that myself. What I'm doing? And why 7? Why 7 stones? 7 is the biggest number for Arabs back then in the time. That's a cultural thing that has to do pertinent to the Arab nation. So this is how Allah Azza wa Jal make it this way. I am throwing the shaitan and you killing the shaitan. You are my enemy. And you're throwing it. And you are learning how to be in the driver's seat of your life. Because if you're not in the driver's seat of your life, you're in the back seat. And somebody else is driving. This somebody else could be your ego, could be your money, could be your family, could be anything that is a life matter. Because you're so concerned about the world. But you're not so concerned about the akhirah. So the hikmah of tahqiq al-ubudiyyah, if we can leave all the world in our back and leave all our families and we make the best jihad, as I said in the beginning of the khutbah, is the hajj. You feel the need to Allah Azza wa Jal. And once, the first thing, the one was in charge of our group said, brothers and sisters, after you walk down Arafat today, if you have one atom of suspicion that Allah Azza wa Jal didn't forgive you, you make a ma'asiyah. Subhanallah. This is how you feel. You don't have a good feeling about your God if you walk down Arafat with in your heart one atom. You're being skeptical, suspicious that Allah didn't forgive me. Whatever you did, what you did is not gonna stop Allah's mercy. It's not gonna harm Allah Azza wa Jal. So brothers and sisters, it's about time. And please, if you'd like me to help you, brothers, those who didn't, I promise I'll do my best to find you the best way to get to Saudi Arabia, best to my knowledge. But if you find this is a difficult thing to do it on your own, please come to us. Talk to the masjid, talk to the people. Let's make a group and let's go together. May Allah Azza wa Jal give us a Hajj Mabrur. Say Ameen.
Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulillah. There is no other place to go for Hajj except for Mecca. And unfortunately, there was a decision taken by some other brothers that they wanted to go to Hajj for Marqad al-Imam al-Husayn, Sayyidina al-Husayn, alayhi salam, radiyallahu anhu wa arda, wa an abihi wa an ummihi wa an jiddihi wa an jiddadihi. But it's not up to us, as I said earlier, to make rules. This is a very, very well-defined deen. Nobody, اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم نعمتي ورضيت لكم الإسلام دينا. So Allah Azza wa Jalla said that. So أتممت عليكم أكملت لكم دينكم. There is no one to come with a suggestion of where we're going to. So, Islamically, we have to raise the awareness. This is not acceptable. This is haram, and you cannot change in Allah's rule. You have no right to do that. No matter how much you know, or how much you don't know in this case, actually. And number 2 is something that is a misconception I need to clear up. Who built the Kaaba? Sayyidina Ibrahim, this is the answer, and that's what I heard the last 2 days. Sayyidina Ibrahim raised up the fences, the walls of the Kaaba. He didn't build the Kaaba. The Kaaba was there before Sayyidina Ibrahim. إني أسكنت من ذريتي. I left my family بواد غير ذي زرع, in uncultivated valley, عند بيتك. So the bait, the house, the word bait in Arabic, there's 3 words, مكان, مكين, ماكن. So the house is the place, the word bait in Arabic is the place itself. So what Ibrahim did is وَإِذْ يَرْفَعُ. Did Allah Azza wa Jal وَإِذْ يَبْنِي? يَبْنِي means build. يَرْفَعُ means to raise. وَإِذْ يَرْفَعُ إِبْرَاهِيمُ. This is verse 128, surah number 2. Surah Al-Baqarah. وَإِذْ يَرْفَعُ إِبْرَاهِيمُ الْقَوَاعِدَ. So the qawa'id were there. All what he did is he raised the walls. مِنَ الْبَيْتِ وَإِسْمَاعِيلُ رَبَّنَا تَقَبَّلْ مِنَّا. The last point, so we got that, huh? Clear. The last point is, always help me when I read this verse. I just said, وَإِذْ يَرْفَعُ إِبْرَاهِيمُ الْقَوَاعِدَ مِنَ الْبَيْتِ وَإِسْمَاعِيلُ رَبَّنَا تَقَبَّلْ مِنَّا إِنَّكَ أَنْتَ السَّمِيعُ الْعَلِيمُ. Three supplications, beautiful. But here is 2 prophets, a father and his son. And when Allah Azza wa Jal asked Sayyidina Ibrahim to raise these walls for Kaaba, he took it to the fullest. وَإِذِ ابْتَلَى إِبْرَاهِيمَ رَبُّهُ بِكَلِمَاتٍ فَفَعَلَهُنَّ. No, this is a message, maybe this is the last message you can get out of this khutbah. فَأَتَمَّهُنَّ. Sayyidina Ibrahim took a stepping stone. It was enough to raise it up to here or to here because of his height, Sayyidina Ibrahim. But he got this and put it and tried to get an extra 2 or 3 or 5 miles out of his way. So you're not praying to get rid of the prayers. You're not fasting to finish the fasting. You're not making Hajj just because you need to finish Hajj. Make it full. Do it to the fullest of your ability, of your knowledge and your ability. That's why. فيه آيات بينات. That's a plural form, signs. But Allah Azza wa Jal mentioned for us one thing. فيه آيات بينات what? مقام إبراهيم. Only. And Allah Azza wa Jal ordered us to pray there. Because of the purity. So do things for the fullest. اللهم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا واسرافنا في امرنا وثبت اقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. اللهم امن على من لم يحج منا بحج مبرور. اللهم امن على من لم يحج منا بحج مبرور. اللهم اعنا على زيارة بيتك الحرام والحج مرات ومرات يا رب العالمين. اللهم لا تقبض احدا من اخواني, my brothers and sisters, don't let them to die يا رب without making Hajj. Allahumma ya Rabbi, help every needy person that is trying to go to make this Hajj. And may Allah Azza wa Jal answer our hearts' calls to go again and again and again. تقبل الله منا ومنكم وجزاكم الله خيرا وأقم الصلاة.